Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Ho, ho, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you, kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear, oh, by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you, kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear, oh, by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. The sun is shining, the grass is green, the orange and palm trees sway. There's never been such a day in Beverly Hills, LA. But it's December the 24th, and I am longing to be up north. Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
Here we go. This is called Mutiny. 2, 3, 4. years on a man of war across that rolling main, sir. There's many a town and many a place I thought to call me ain, but these iron bonds of cruelty still do me hands in chain. And it's walk away from the sea, my lads, it's time now for to stay and find a bit of God's green earth that we can call our own. No more the bitter slavery of a captain's harsh command, no more the flaming cannon's mouth in a far-off foreign land. 'Twas in the spring of '97 to Spithead that we sailed, sir, and there our honest grievances unto the mast we nailed, sir. A hearing true was all we asked, it was to no avail, for our deputies they beat and flogged and took away to jail. And it's walk away from the sea, my lads, it's time now for to stay and find a bit of God's green earth that we can call our own. No more the bitter slavery of a captain's harsh command, no more the flaming cannon's mouth in a far-off foreign land. So mutiny before you now, that's a bloody lie, sir. It's only honest, truthful talk, you can see it in the eye. Name is Andrew McIntyre, from Canso town I came, and tomorrow morning with the dawn they'll hang me to your shame. Then it's walk away from the sea, my lads, it's time now for to stay and find a bit of God's green earth that we can call your right. No more the bitter slavery of a captain's harsh command, no more the flaming cannon's mouth in a far-off foreign land.
Thank you. There's a story to this song, so while I just make sure it's in tune, I'll tell the story. I wrote this last summer while studying songwriting with James Keelahan up at something called The Woods in Northern Ontario. And I hadn't been in Northern Ontario since I was but a wee lad. And was I ever a wee lad? I don't know. Let's think about that. I think I was. And I went to summer camp for about 8 years when I was a kid in a tiny, tiny, tiny little place in Northern Ontario. And when I was up in that part of Ontario for the first time in all those years, I thought, I'll sneak up and see if it's still there. And was absolutely delighted to discover that it was still there. And there was a wonderful old couple that had run the summer camp. And I really didn't think they'd still be there because they were in their 60s when I was about 8. And was therefore delighted to discover that they were still there too, surrounded by 100 screaming kids. And so all the years I was going there, I never actually knew what their names were, because they were always sort of sir and madam to me. And I found out this last summer, Marj and Aubrey. And that's the name of this song. Back in 42, it flew Lancasters over the Rhine, and Marjorie taught a one-room school, reading, writing, and the golden rule, and waited for his letters to arrive. He'd write, "Stay with me always, you know how much I need you. Stay by my side. Stay with me always. I couldn't ever leave you. For as long as you're close and as long as you're near, I know that I can survive."
McCaw came home in 45, last of his buddies that were still alive. Took young Marj to be his wife. Well, they moved down to Kingston then, found a house near a wooded glen, settled down to build a life. Marj stayed home and had a son, and Aubrey, not to be outdone, studied to get his law degree. Well, times were hard and times were bad, but Marj and Aubrey, they were never sad, because their love, it was pure and free. And he'd say, stay with me always, you know how much I need you. Stay by my side. Stay with me always, I couldn't ever leave you. For as long as you're close and as long as you're near, I know that I can survive. Well, their son died in 68. Drunk driver sealed his fate, and poor old Aubrey just fell apart. It was Marj that was stronger then, held him close on those cold nights when he could hear the beating of her heart. And he'd cry, stay with me always, you know how much I need you. Stay by my side. Stay with me always, I couldn't ever leave you. For as long as you're close and as long as you're near, I know that I can survive. Marj had a stroke in '84. She can't hardly talk no more, but there's still love deep in her eyes. They're still together now, they keep on living somehow, 'cause their love, it will never die. He says, stay with me always, you know how much I need you. Stay by my side. Stay with me always, I couldn't ever leave you. For as long as you're close and as long as you're near, I know that I can survive.
Okay, one Scottish song, one Irish song. It takes care of both sides of my background. Okay, yeah, join in too. What the heck?
Oh, yeah.
By yon bonny banks and by yon bonny breeze, where the sun shines bright on Loch Lomond, where me and my true love were ever wont to gaze, on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Oh, you take the high road and I'll take the low, and I'll be in Scotland Scotland for ye. For me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. 'Tis there that I left her in yon shady glen, on the steep, steep sides of Ben Lomond, where in purple hue the Heenan hills we view, and the moon coming out in the gloaming. Oh, you take the high road and I'll take the low, and I'll be in Scotland for ye. For me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. The wee birdies sing and the wildflowers spring, and in sunlight the waters are sleeping. But the broken hearted cans ne'er second spring again, and the wee birds will cease from their greeting. For you take the high road and I'll take the low, and I'll be in Scotland for ye. For me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Oh, you take the high road and I'll take the low, and I'll be in Scotland for ye. For me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Thank you.
Thank you.
Was that the Irish or the Scottish one?
Typical bloody Englishman.
Almost afraid to check it. I was afraid to check it.
Better we should find out now, I suppose. Well, Wellies doing that, and although I think most of you have heard this, probably the television cameras haven't, so I'll do my 2 Quebec jokes. Well, the one story, of course, is about Quebec has made a bid to take over all outstanding shares of Canadian Tire stock. And that way, if they do separate, they'll have their own currency all set to go. Wait a minute, there's worse, there's worse. Well, the latest thing from Newfoundland is that they have endorsed Quebec's bid to separate. They figure with Quebec gone, it'll be that much shorter a drive to Toronto. Ball's back in Crawford's court now.
Okay.
In that case, we better just sing. Bridgetown in the county down one morning last July. Pilgrim Green came a sweet Colleen and she smiled as she passed me by. And she looked so sweet from her 2 bare feet to the sheen of her nut brown hair. Such a coaxing elf, sure I shook myself for to see I was really there. From Bunter Bay down to Derry, came from Galway to Dublin town. No maid I've seen like the fair Colleen that I met at the county down. he onward sped, sure I shook my head and I looked with a feeling rare. Says I to a passerby who's I made with the nut brown hair. And he looks at me and he says he, the gem of old Ireland's crown. Now Mosey began from the banks of the Bann, she's a star of the county down. From Bantervey down to Derry Cave, from Galway to Dublin town. No maid I've seen like the fair Colleen that I met at the county down. Harvest fair shall be surely there, and I'll dress in my Sunday clothes. The sun shine bright and my hat cocked right for a smile from my nut brown rose. No pipe I'll smoke, no horse I'll yoke, till my plough turn rust-colored brown. Till a smiling bride by my own fireside sits the star of the county down. From Bantervey down to Derry Cave, from Galway to Dublin town. No maid I've seen like the fair Colleen that I met at the county down. From Bantervey down to Derry Cave, from Galway to Dublin town. No maid I've seen like the fair Colleen that I met at the county down. Thank you.
Our next performer, a Scotsman now living in Hamilton. Well, there's not too many Hamiltonians very pleased about that, but nevertheless, here he is, George Hogan.
Barbed wire knickers, baby, with your chanty on your head. Put on your barbed wire knickers, baby, with your chanty on your head. Oh, when you go down to Govan, Jesus Christ, they're gonna know today. Well, now you know I love you, baby, and I'm not too proud to beg. Well, now you know I love you, baby, and I'm not too proud to beg. I just don't know why you left me. I didn't mean to break your leg. Well, now I read my Kama Sutra. You know I dyed my nipples black. I read my Kama Sutra, honey. You know I dyed my nipples black. Oh, when I come up to bed, baby, well, you were snoring on your back. Put on your stainless steel wellies, baby, with your cement front to back. Put on your stainless steel wellies, baby, with your cement front to back. Oh, when you go down the Sucky Hall Street, Jesus Christ, you're gonna cop your whack. Dave Pearson. Seeing as this is a request, I play it. Need to settle down after that one because this is a quiet song. My old man was a good old man, skilled in the moulding trade. In the stinking heat of an iron foundry, my old man was made. Down on his knees in the moulding sand, he wore his trade like a company brand. He was one of the Cyclops Smoky Band. Yes, that was my old man. My old man really wasn't old. It's just that I was young, and anybody over 12 years old was halfway to the tomb. He was loyal to his workmates all his life. He gave his pay packet to his wife. Had a few jars on a Saturday night. Yes, that was my old man. My old man was a Union man. He fought hard all his days. He understood the system and was wise to the boss's ways. He said, if you want what's yours by right, you'll have to struggle with all your might. They'll rob you blind if you don't fight. Son, that was my old man. My old man was a proud old man, at home on the foundry floor, until the day they paid him off and showed him to the door. They gave him his card, said things are slack. We've got a machine that can learn the knack of doing your job, so don't come back. The end of my old man. My old man, he was 51, and what was he to do? A craftsman moulder on the dole in 1932. He'd felt he had given all he could give, so he did what thousands of others did, abandoned hope and the will to live. They killed him, my old man. My old man, he is dead and gone. Now I am your old man, and my advice to you, my son, is to fight back while you can. Watch out for the man with the silicon chip. Hold on to your job with a good firm grip, 'cause if you don't, you'll have had your chips, the same as my old man. Thanks very much.
Ed and I have sung together for about, 7 years? 7 years. And we've always sung under the name of Bill and Ed. And we just changed our name to Craven Spirit, which now allows me to introduce the next performer who has wanted to use this name for many, many years. Would you please welcome, from Caledonia, Bill and Ed.
Thank you. I too have had a couple of requests tonight, but I'm going to play anyway. Ooh. This is not mine. Not yet. And I can just imagine the look I'm going to get when I go home and say, geez, honey, there's this guitar for sale. We had some chickens, no eggs would they lay. We had some chickens, no eggs would they lay. My wife said, honey, we're losing money because them chickens, no eggs would they lay. And then that rooster comed in our yard and caught them the chickens right off their guard. They're laying eggs now by the dozens ever since that rooster comed in our yard. We had some sheep, no wool would they give. We had some sheep, no wool would they give. My wife said, honey, we're losing money because them sheep, no wool will they give. And then that rooster comed in our yard and caught them sheep right off their guard. They're giving sweaters in pastel colors ever since that rooster comed in our yard. We had a moo cow, no milk would she give. We had a moo cow, wow, no milk would she give. My wife said, honey, we're losing money because that moo cow, wow, no milk will she give. And then that rooster comed in our yard and caught that moo cow right off her guard. She's given eggnog in wax containers ever since that rooster comed in our yard. I had a wife, no kids did she have. I had a wife, no kids did she have. I told her, honey, this just ain't funny. You are my wife, but no kids do you have. You're way ahead of me, Paul. That bloody rooster comed in our yard and caught my wife right off her guard. Have you ever tasted rooster like the one that used to comed in our yard? Thank you. All the all the sound effects, you know, it kind of reminds me of doing this song at the Caledonia Fair with my brother, who does all the idiot antics that you people were so generous with. And he also does great barnyard imitations. Not the sounds, the smells. So, yes, I am. Well, this next song is sort of reflects a thought that has nothing to do with anyone here at all. It's called Ain't Life Sweet When You Know What You're Doing. Well, ain't life sweet when we know what we're doing? Ain't life sweet when we're not afraid to care? Ain't life sweet when we know what we're doing? Ain't life sweet when we're not afraid to care? Take your money, keep it, don't tell me who to become. Take your age-old wisdom with you to kingdom come. Degrees and all that education don't help where I come from. Born and raised in the boonies beside the river, my home. Born and raised in the boonies beside the river, my home. But ain't life sweet when we know what we're doing? Ain't life sweet when we're not afraid to care? Ain't life sweet when we know what we're doing? Ain't life sweet when we're not afraid to care? And tell me not to run with the wild ones, tell me to speak real clean, tell me to look as straight as you and not to look so mean. I've got deep feelings for those less worthy than you. Born and raised in the boonies and fed on Irish stew. Born and raised in the boonies and fed on Irish stew. But ain't life sweet when we know what we're doing? Ain't life sweet when we're not afraid to care? Ain't life sweet when we know what we're doing? Ain't life sweet when we're not afraid to care? Have one house in the city, have one in the country too. Borrow one in Europe, visit one in Timbuktu. You can have it all in a nutshell, held together with crazy glue. Laugh at me in my country shack, dismiss the things I do. But ain't life sweet when we know what we're doing? Ain't life sweet when we're not afraid to care? Ain't life sweet when we know what we're doing? Ain't life sweet when we're not afraid to care? Thank you.
This next song actually is called Greentown, and for those of you out there in cable land, you'll be happy to know that this was named after Hamilton. As I was looking out my kitchen window, and it looked so green, the street that I was on, and I found Hamilton to be such a nice place to live since I moved here about 4 years ago. And so I hope you like it. You'll also find this song on Brian Morton's album, just a little plug, and try the album out. I think it's available at Sam's, and I think you'd enjoy it.
Traveled and wandered all over this land. The dream of a gypsy in the palm of my hand. Living a life I was born for in truth, unfettered by wisdom and fueled by you. Well, the nighttime would tumble and roll with the game. The faces were formless with passionate flame. But the sunrise arrived and I knew what to do, till I came to this green town and here I met you. And I don't really understand the wherefores and whys. I don't really care for this living a lie. Ah, when I saw your face shone right in my eyes, and I said then and there, no more living these lies. I turned from your doorstep, this wasn't my intent.
smile belied by the tears that she wept. Somehow horizons had no more to tell, and I turned from the distance, into your arms I fell. And I don't really understand the wherefores and whys, don't really care for this living life. Ah, when I saw your face shone right in my eyes, and I said then and there, no more living these lives. For 30 long years you have laid by my side. Children have flown like the young birds they fly, but in the darkness the gypsy comes stealing to me and whispers the lies that pretend I am free. Oh, so I wait for the morning, say my goodbyes, but with every new sunrise I look in your eyes and bless this old green town that brought me to you, and thank every daybreak that keeps my love true. And I don't really understand the wherefores and whys, I don't really care for this living life. Ah, when I saw your face, it shone right in my eyes, and I said, and there, no more living these lives. You and me build the 4 gray walls. You and me carries wood for the picket fence that keeps it standing tall. You and me can build a chimney when winter comes to call. But it wouldn't be a home without our love to bind them all. Well, when I was young, my mom would sing a song of ships at sea, of a whaler Jack who ne'er came back, but his ghost that wandered free. But her eyes grew soft and misty, like the ocean's rolling foam, When she sung the rest, she'd finish best with a song about our home. She'd sing, you and me make the little brown cottage, you and me build the 4 gray walls. You and me carries wood for the picket fence that keeps it standing tall. You and me can build a chimney when winter comes to call. But it wouldn't be a home without our love to bind them all. Well, I learned and went to school, learned the proper R's and such. But though I thought I'd been never taught with things that serve me much, 'cause the lessons were in the song she sang, I carry ere I roam. But none I find more precious than her way to build a home. She'd sing, you and me make the little brown cottage, you and me build the 4 gray walls. You and me carries wood for the picket fence that keeps it standing tall. You and me can build a chimney when winter comes to call. But it wouldn't be a home without our love to bind them all. Now the missus and me, we stood and watched the kids play in the yard. And I think of songs my mother sang to make life seem less hard. When supper's gone and tired eyes sit round the crackling flame, I'll sing to sleep my babies with a song of home refrain. And we'll sing, you and me make the little brown cottage, you and me build the 4 gray walls. You and me carries wood for the picket fence that keeps it standing tall. You and me can build a chimney when winter comes to call. But it wouldn't be a home without our love to bind them all. You and me make a little brown cottage, you and me build the 4 gray walls. You and me carries wood for the picket fence that keeps it standing tall. You and me can build a chimney for when winter comes to call. But it wouldn't be a home without our love to bind them all. No, it wouldn't be a home without our love to bind them all. Thank you. Thank you.
Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the ground, rolling home from Caledonia, rolling home to my homeland.
Call all hands to man the capstan, see the cable running clear. Heave away, then with the wheel, boys, to our homeland we will steer.
Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the ground, rolling home from Caledonia, rolling home to my homeland.
Fare thee well, you Spanish ladies, for we now must bid adieu. Happy times we spend together, happy times we spend with you.
Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the ground, rolling home from Caledonia, rolling home to my homeland.
Many thousand miles behind us, many thousand miles before, and our our sweethearts will be waiting on that well-remembered shore. Time.
To my